Hey everybody, today I want to go over how to make a waterfall chart. And I'll be honest, this is a chart that when I first started working with, I wasn't a big fan of, but over time I've really started to kind of pick up on the utility of this. So let me just jump in and kind of show you how it works and how to build one, and then I'll explain it. So my data set is comes out of the textbook, Chapter 5, 2012 NY Stats. So using some baseball data here. So I'm going to grab the first table, 2012 team player stats. I'm going to go ahead and jump into my view here, and I'm going to bring name, and I'm going to place it on the column shelf. And then on the row shelf, I'm going to come down here and grab HR for home runs. All right. So now you can see I've got a chart that's showing home run production of the 2012 New York Yankees. Now, obviously, you see we've got some people that, big hitters, Curtis Granderson, you look at Robinson Cano, but then I've also got a bunch of people in here that have zeros. All right. So I could come in and I could sort, but I got all this noise here, right? What good does it do me to show a player that has never hit a home run? There might be a number of reasons for that. If the player is a pitcher, the New York Yankees are obviously an American League team, so the pitcher would only bat in interleague play or in the World Series. So that could be easily explainable, but bigger picture, we want to remove it from our view. So there's an easy way to do that is I'm going to take home run and I'm going to bring it up here to the filter shelf. And I'm going to say next. And then I'm going to say, for you to be in my viz, I want you to have at least one home run, and watch what happens. Cleans it up, gives me a lot more space. Okay, it immediately gets rid of my truncation issue, which I really like. Okay, now I'm going to get a little kind of crazy. So I'm going to come up here to the drop down arrow on my marks card, and I'm going to come all the way down here to Gantt bar. All right. So I'm sorted descending. So I've got my biggest producer at the left, and then I trail off all the way down to Casey McGehee, which has one. Okay, and I got a couple in the one category there as well. All right. So now I got to do a couple other things. So I'm going to come up here to the green pill for homework, or excuse me, home runs that's up here on the row shelf. And I'm going to click the down arrow. And I'm going to come down here and I'm going to go to quick table calculation, and I'm going to go running total. All right. So is what this is doing is this is saying Granderson had 43 and Cano had 76. Okay. Excuse me. He didn't have 76. It's counting these upwards. And let me push on here, and this will make a little bit more sense. So what I need to do now is actually create a calculated field. And I'm going to create the field, and then we'll talk about what it does. So I'm going to say create calculated field, and I'm going to call this home run, put this in parentheses, reversed. So what I basically want to do is I want to turn the value of home runs. So I'm going to take home run, and I'm going to multiply this times a -1. All right. So we know this will just simply flip it for me. All right, so there's my calculated field. Now what I want to do is I want to take this new calculated field, and I'm going to bring it up here to the size card and drop it. And you see what that did? That dropped a bar downward. All right, so that really makes a big difference. Now I'm going to go up to my analysis menu up at the top, and I'm going to come down to totals. And then I'm going to say show row grand totals. All right. So now I've got the total home run production for the 2012 New York Yankees. All right. So next thing I want to do is I want to get some labeling on here. So I'm going to say home run, and I'm going to bring that to label. Okay. So that is your waterfall chart. Now, how is this useful? This shows what I like to call part to whole relationship, right? So yes, Curtis Granderson was my big stick, 43 home runs, all right? But how much did he contribute to the overall success of the team? And I can easily see this as I work my way up the chart and see what each individual player produced, and then also what the total production for the team was. Okay. Where is this also useful? When I look at, for example, sales data for a sales team. So if I have 10 salespeople, I can see what each person contributed to the departmental sales goal. All right. I made another one of these for a call center. So they had, I want to say, 15 call center agents, and they wanted to see how many tickets the call center closed, but they also wanted to see how many each person contributed. And what they had, and I'll show you how to do this in another lesson, but if you were in the top 5 ticket closers, okay, so that would be these people here. If you were in the top 5, then you actually got an incentive bonus, right? So I actually built a real-time dashboard to where as the organization would close tickets throughout the day, the dashboard was up on a big screen and it would reflect the changes. So it really created a great competitive environment for the organization. So that is your waterfall chart. And again, please let me know if you have any questions.